Tell us a story.
Yes, tell us a story.
Alrighty. It's our half day today, so I don't really have to be there till noon, but had to get out early morning. The old rusty bucket truck, the shackle plate rusted in half, and it dropped the truck 9 inches on the driver's side, so we had to go in and get that repaired, and I had them replace the one on the other side plus all the other bolts because it is so scale rusty, I mean clear through into the frame and everything, that there was just no doing anything else. Now even the springs on it, the actual leaf springs in the rear, are weak because they've been rusted so much and they're so thin now. But we don't have the finances to replace that. We were looking at almost $2,000. We had to put a water pump in it. She was been dripping for the last 5 years, and now it's kind of a steady stream. Well, it was a steady stream, so we had to have that replaced. So it was almost $1,000 just to get all that done. And the only reason we did it is because we do need it to be able to tow things for the store and for the house. And someone's always calling to borrow one of the trailers to do something and need something to tow it with. So that was a big chunk out of everything. But we got that taken care of this morning. And I got to make several stops. Got to go to the P.O. box and check that and pick up some things. So a couple days ago, I was watching Matt. By the time you see this, it may be a week or more. I don't have a lot of time to edit stuff. I can record it while I'm doing it, but to get it all edited and posted up may take a week or two. But Matt on the smart car was trying to figure out how to get the traction control off. And he pulled the fuse and everything, and when I saw that, it popped in my head of what we used to do to alter some of the electricals on our cars. We used to put what we called a blackout switch. Older cars, 60s and early 70s, put generators on them instead of alternators, and we would put blackout switch on them so that the car would run, and we'd have one amber fog light in the front. It was like a 35-watt bulb. Wasn't really bright and everything, but it was enough to be able to see down country roads and cornfields and stuff. Yeah, I said cornfields. So what we used to do is we'd go in, and I mean, we weren't causing any trouble. We were just going in, and a lot of times we would go to places where we weren't supposed to go, posted no trespassing, and we'd all get together, sit out there, have a little snack, cookout, pizza, pop, whatever. I wasn't into the big crowd with the alcohol and so much drugs then. So, I mean, it wasn't anything that we were doing really bad. Yeah, we were trespassing, and we shouldn't have been there. One of our biggest kicks is we'd go to graveyards, some of the large, huge graveyards around the Dayton area, Springfield area. Out here in the country, we have several that are really huge. And we'd go and we'd get a big tub of ice cream and we'd get some root beer and we'd go out and sit on the big monuments, the huge monuments, statues and monuments, sit out there and just talk and everything because it would be so quiet. And we'd go out there and talk and eat ice cream and root beer. You don't have to believe me, but that's what we did. And of course, we weren't supposed to be there. Now, like today, you get a lot of these people that are knocking over tombstones, doing all that. We weren't doing that. That's not what we were doing. But I understand that we still weren't supposed to be there. So the cops would come, or the patrols would come, or we'd be on Air Force property, just sitting out in the middle of the boonies there. But it was Air Force property. We weren't supposed to be there. And the police would come, or the security would come, and we'd get into our cars and start up and take off, and they'd try chasing us. We'd flip that switch, and everything went black. There wasn't anything on except for that one dim glow of that amber light in the front. And we'd take and go down corn rows, through fence posts, over, under, in creeks, rivers. We'd drive 5 miles. There are gullies and drainage ditches that lead out of Dayton, out south and north, to drain a lot of the floodwaters from the Miami River and everything. You get into one of those and you can drive 4 or 5 miles if you know and you've been there before. So in my sand rail and dune buggies and stuff, it was just easy as all get out. I mean, I'd black it out and just run, you know, 30, 40 mile an hour down through these drainage culverts and ditches and stuff, no problem. But in some of the cars and everything, it was a really tight squeeze through those culverts because they really weren't supposed to be there. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's the thing. It popped into my head about that, about when he pulled that fuse, and it just flashed back on us making those blackout, the kill switch, blackout switches and stuff for those cars. Like I said, things you do when you're young. There was a big difference from then to now about things that are going on, but still the same stuff. Seeing Matt out there at Importer Alliance having a blast at the party and stuff really made me long for the group of guys that I knew. And of course, yeah, the cops would come and try and break that up, but nobody was getting murdered. Nobody was dying. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the safest thing and it was loud, and if you want to say putting black marks on pavement is destruction of property, whatever. But they were having a good time, and I mean, I like seeing that because we don't have too much of that in our life anymore. As long as nobody's property got damaged and everybody walked away, no brainer. I think it's a win. So we're going to get in there. We're going to start our day. Let's ride. Well, we are here. We are going to start our day. Got a lot of things to do. I actually have a power chair for an individual to check out the electronics and find out why it's not charging properly. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll get to film me scooting around the store with it once we get it all done. So I'm going to go in here and do my thing. Y'all do your thing. See ya!
Story time is over!
Damn, that was annoying.
Ready for this?